From November 14th to 21st, we're inviting you to join us for a powerful trip to Ghana. This isn't just a vacation. This is a chance to walk through the same places where many of our people were captured, held, and shipped off into slavery. So don't wait. Secure your spot today. We're making history by walking through it. Will you be with us?
Peace, family. My name is Vicki Dillard for African Diaspora News Channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to give us a big thumbs up, and share the broadcast. Thank you so much, family. Now, certainly you all have seen my coverage here on the network, and I'm sure others, about the unfortunate incident that took place with the unaliving, with the deletion of our brother Rodney Hinton, the young teenage man that was taken out by a police officer, unfortunately. And we call them, for good reasons here in the United States, race soldiers. And you also saw and heard about the fact that his father has been accused of taking out another officer after viewing the footage of his son. Of course, more details are coming out about that. They have not released the name of the officer at the time that I did my initial coverage on it, of the officer that was actually responsible for the deletion of his son. But certainly you all received the information of who Mr. Rodney Hinton, the father of Ryan, is accused of taking out in retaliation and revenge of. Of course, again, there's a lot of speculation about that, but we got to go with what we know and what seems to be the issue initially. And of course, we know, we heard direct reports from Mr. Rodney's attorney where he said he did not deny the initial circumstances, but talked about the mental state of his client at the time. More information will be coming out, and we'll update you accordingly. Yes, of course, we know there's all kind of other stuff swirling on the internet, but until more things are confirmed, then I'm going to leave my commentary where it's been. With that being said, I want you to watch this brief clip of Mr. Rodney Hinton's father on his response to his grandson being taken out. Watch this.
I'm Rodney Hinton Sr. I want to give a condolence out to the officers that got killed, my whole family. I'm asking for forgiveness, and I've been praying hard for the officer that killed my grandson. I've been praying hard for him and his family because I know he's hurting off this. As I seen in the video about my grandson, I seen two scared people. I seen the officer scared, and I seen my grandson scared. So it's an unfortunate incident that happened. So that's all I seen. It was like, I didn't see the police there trying to kill. No. What I seen was two persons made a mistake. My grandson made a mistake being there, and the officer, he was trying to get back to his family too. So that's what I seen. So it's not about revenge or anything. I have nothing against nobody. You know, my Lord and Savior is Jesus Christ, and I represent him. So, with that said, please, everybody, just try to forgive everybody who done anything to anybody.
Mr. Randy, for you, this is a fact-finding mission more than anything to make sure you understand.
Yeah, it's a peace thing for me, for everything, for everybody to heal off this. I want everybody to heal off this. You know, it's like a mistake. I really feel bad for the officer who was shooting because I can see the scariness in him too. People can't see it because I'm going spiritual with this now. So I was able to see that God had allowed me to see this part of the accident. You know, just like my son made an accident too. So he made an accident. Just, you know what I'm saying, just trying to just move on now. That's all I'm trying to do on. And I'm praying for the officer and their family.
Okay, family, some of you all don't know, I've been doing this commentary for some years on multiple platforms, multiple networks. Yes, I have discussed certain situations like this because our people have a habit of coming out talking about forgive when their family members haven't even been buried, and then invoking your Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Now, I know that some of you all might be offended when I say this, but I don't want to hear about your Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, in that context. See, this is where we talk about where the scriptures have been corrupted and messed with, because you clearly show you out of your mind when you say such stuff. If you can believe based on certain Christian dogma that God took on flesh and was Jesus and came down, you understand then that God had to accomplish certain things in a body, right? Like a man, and do justice. How many of you all know if you believe that, then why is it that your mind doesn't stay on the same train of thinking when it comes down to understanding that sometimes your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ might be doing justice using a man? Something is wrong with you when you can justify and equalize the predator, the devil, the oppressor, with the innocence of your grandson. When somebody is running away, you can't sit up there and say you see two people that were scared. They weren't in the same place, granddaddy. See, we need you Christians to go shut up. Now, before you sit here and say, let that man grieve the way he wants to grieve, let me explain to you why I'm not. Because the diabolical war against financially Black Americans that continues to this day affects more than just him, as we clearly see. And when you decide to go public, you understand that it's affecting FBA as a whole. So because you chose to go public and get on there and make that statement, which I'm sure the officer that was responsible for the murder of your son, I'm sure their team is going to use your testimony, granddaddy. No, I'm not gonna, I don't believe that I'm supposed to be kind with you. I think you need to shut up. I think you need to hush, because you're showing yourself to be an enemy in this war, because they're race soldiers. We're not going to sit here and try to patty cake this. We're not going to sit here and try to justify your diabolical, demonic, spiritual dogma. This is the problem with your religion. You cannot say you believe God came down in the form of a man and to do justice on earth in that way, but then you want to revert back to the invisible Lord and Savior Jesus Christ to do justice in this situation. No, baby. Some of us believe in the Nat Turner of it all, the Harriet Tubman of it all. Their interpretation of the scriptures. Just hush, granddaddy. You sound like you got your mind. This is the problem with your religion, and this is what's keeping us stuck. It's too late in the game. 500 years later, we're not going to take that ridiculous, diabolical, demonic advice. And I'm a spiritual teacher. By the way, if you want to learn more about me and my webinars and my school, beloved, go to my website at VickiPlanet.com. That's VICKIPlanet.com. Share the broadcast.